today we talk about something that for me is very important because it could be the first big revolution in the diamond industry that we didn't see for maybe 50 years or more. The question is why an IT company could find a solution, can change the world of diamond itself. This company is able to make a revolution and to solve the problem blood diamonds. This is something, from my point of view, extremely important. And you, as a young generation, you have to imagine the revolution. You have to see yourself already in a company who can make the difference in the future. I don't suggest you to find a job in a company only because it's a company that you know, or only maybe it's a company that you like because they do great advertising. My suggestion, as I already told you 10 times maybe, is to try to imagine which company could be interesting for you. So this is what Sarine did, what Sarine were able to create in terms of scanning the stone. So their idea was to create different type of scan. And even when you cut the diamonds, maybe you cut the diamonds in two parts and you create two separate stones. So to keep the information, the 3D scan, and to be able to recognize, even when the diamond is mounted in a ring, to recognize like the DNA of the diamond. What we see with the 50 magnificent microscope inside of the stone is only a part of the story. They explained to me that inside of the diamonds, inside of the stone, there are a lot of information, and the same of it's not the same, but just to give you an idea, it's like if you have information from your DNA, we are all different. So the same, well, it's not really the same, but the idea is the same, that each stone is different. So if they scan several times the stone, in the end, they will be able, with a small machine, very expensive, but a small machine in the jewelry shop, to tell you, yes, this stone arrived from that mine, and somewhere in the cloud, we can find information and we can be sure that the stone is in that area of safe place. Welcome, Romy. How are you?
Hello, shalom from Israel. Like, first of all, Alberto, thank you for such a great introduction. And I heard a little bit like what you told before, and it seems to me that you know Sarine so well. So I hope I can bring today additional perspective, how it is
Sure.
our brand and what we are doing here. So I heard a little bit names of the students, and it seems that there are people from different parts of the world.
Absolutely.
Probably, you heard that Israel and Tel Aviv has some kind of term of a startup nation. And Sarine as well, maybe not many knows, but 30 years ago, it was one of the first startups in Israel. And during the 3 decades, our company became actually a leader of technologies, and we're providing technologies to the whole pipeline of the diamond industry. So I'm going to share, I prepared a small presentation, not too long, because I understand from Alberto that you know our website pretty well. So I tried maybe to collect things that are not in our website. So it might be more interesting for you. And also I will leave some 5 or 7 minutes at the end that if you have questions, so feel free. This is an open conversation between us guys. So please okay, this is actually our building. It's nothing so let's say glory and diamonds. It's typical high-tech building in Israel. We have a lot of high-tech parks here. And let's see a little bit what's Sarine regarding our global presence. First of all, it's important to say that in Israel, we have headquarters, R&D, and production. All our machines and all our software, also our customer support is coming from here. We are very keen to keep our IP secured. We have our own cloud-based systems for security. But if you can see, practically our company is all over the globe. We have subsidiaries in India, in the United States, in Hong Kong, and a lot of distributions around the world. I think that only place we still are not there is actually South America, and we started to work this year also to enter this market. What is interesting about Sarine that Alberto also like mentioned before is like that, yes, we on daily basis, we don't have here diamonds, but we do have around 100 million diamonds, rough diamonds, that are passing through our different systems and machines all over the world. Our storage centers are in India, in Belgium, in the United States, in New York, last 2 years also in Dubai. And our equipment actually, you can find main minor companies today, as well as certain gemology labs. And I mean, think about this number, like 100 million diamonds are going for the systems. It's something very amazing. And maybe you can see here also in the picture, it's actually one of the first things when I was kind of surprised when I came to work to Sarine 3 years ago from China, when I saw in our Galaxy machines, this screen of scanning of rough diamond. I never thought before that the life inside the rough diamond can be so fascinating. I mean, you know, some people can look at inclusions and say, oh my God, it's something dirty, it's not valuable. But it's not like this, because like today, due to the technology, the whole rough diamond can be planned precisely. So during 30 years, I mean, of course, it took us time, but as you can see, Sarine has a presence on the whole pipeline of diamond industry. We start from the inclusion mapping of the rough diamond. Then we actually, after mapping, make the planning. Today, you know, again, I don't know, guys, what do you know how diamonds actually are planned from the rough form to polish, but I think probably you are aware of some kind of process. You see, like the rough diamond before Sarine technologies, there were layers of layers that were actually cut it like slowly to see what's going on from inclusion point of view inside the diamond. Due to our technology, the whole process actually changed. Right now, it's done not only by machine, but the software actually can recommend to the planner of rough diamond how the diamond can be cut to very specific characteristics. For example, some retailer would like to order only VVS1 stones in specific color, for example, F. So the operator who actually sitting in front of machine, he put this information. Okay, this is what the retailer wants. So now software starting to work on multiple amount of different rough diamonds and see what can be produced to specific characteristic from this diamond. Okay, and then the rest of rough diamond can be planned to another kind of characteristic. So practically, you know, it's kind of like, I don't want to say zero waste, but it's really minimized during last year. So another part that we're involved after the planning is actually sewing and shaping the diamond. And then it's like polishing stages and finishing stages. Then it can be laser inscription, or how we call it lately, fingerprint. Then it actually is grading. And finally coming to the retail store with grading reports. What is interesting regarding what Alberto again explained to you before, you know, today when everyone talking about like sustainability or traceability, or how can I be sure that my specific diamond that I'm going to buy, like as a reward to myself, or somebody who is going to buy engagement ring, or they want to choose together, how they can be actually sure that this diamond was ethically sourced? How they can be sure that specific paper certification, that this is like something very popular in diamond industry until today, belongs to very specific diamond? How can be this connection between physical world and digital world? And so this is something that Sarine started to work a couple of years ago, and we created this ecosystem that we called Sarine Diamond Journey Traceability. I'll explain to you a little bit more why during the last, since pandemic started, why it became very, very, like, I can tell even like popular things, not only to talk about, but actually to do. First of all, since people didn't have opportunity to travel like they did before to buy rough diamonds, our systems came and we created digital tenders, how we call it. So basically, somebody who is sitting, for example, I don't know, in Africa, and he has my rough diamonds to sell, and somebody is sitting in New York and he is a buyer and he wants to buy specific rough diamonds and he can't travel. So again, through our systems, all the data actually is scanned. Sorry, all the rough diamonds are scanned, and then there is a lot of different data about every specific stone that goes to our secured cloud.
I would like to explain better to the students. Well, okay. In the business, in our industry, usually we don't have information. Our big problem is that we decide to buy a diamond today, but yesterday we didn't know that we have this opportunity. So in terms of manage a company, imagine how it's difficult to take a decision financially, economically, and also when we have opportunity, we buy. But it's difficult. It's difficult because we have to have the money, we have to be able to process the stone to create a piece of jewelry, because we don't know what happened tomorrow. Imagine that tomorrow my company is connected thanks to Sarine with some information, some chain. Maybe I will work with Lucara Diamonds and I know that they have something in process, they are cutting some diamonds. So before to receive the diamonds, even before that the diamond got the certificate, maybe I can have the information. So imagine how could be important. This is a big revolution also for us in terms of planning our activities.
Sarine brand, we do believe that we create an ecosystem. We create partnerships between miners to manufacturers to wholesalers to retailers. We want to assist actually due to technology, and since we do connect all the dots on the diamond pipeline on its transition from the rough form to the polished beautiful stone, that this ecosystem exists, and everyone in the diamond pipeline can actually be in our Sarine Diamond Journey official program, or in other programs that actually right now we're developing. Because for us, actually, this is our mission in this industry. We want the industry to become more transparent, more secure, more exciting to the consumer who is coming to the retail store and want to receive not a paper report, want to receive on his phone, QR, and in a couple of minutes, I'll show you actually how at this Diamond Journey, how we do implement this mission and our programs to the retailers all over the world, and they use it. And believe me, consumer is excited. Many people never think how actually much work and craftsmanship has to be behind the creating of polished stone. I can tell you, like also that many salespeople in our industry, in the retail stores, never saw the rough diamond. Okay, for example, right here, I hope you can see, I will talk a little bit more. This is a 3D model of actual rough diamond. I think it's originally.
I hope that is real, and I hope that is yours, Romy.
I wish. Well, it's actually like it's 3D replica of exactly a rough diamond that is somewhere was once upon a time in the world. It's 16.40 carat, and from this rough diamond was planned this beautiful. I just asked specifically our team to this presentation to allow me to take it from our lab. And you see it was created such a beautiful 7 carat VVS1 light blue polished diamond.
Wow.
Yeah.
In your hand, right?
Yeah, another one, for example, 3D model. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, guys, I mean, the presentation is in Monaco. I have to show you some beautiful stones as well. But you know, Alberto, like following what you're saying, I do feel like since I'm a marketer that there will not be so many companies in like when I'm looking like 12 years, 15 years from now, if they will not be sustainable, they will not exist. Because like I think personally that generation of people who today are like 20, 25, they really have different kinds of value. And we can see how their influence in fashion industry, for example, today. So many brands, big luxury brands, are already transforming all their production, all their manufacturing processes, the fabrics they use, the environment that actually they bring it back. I mean, this is something that it's kind of, you know, it's blowing everywhere. So, of course, like in our industry as well, we feel, and I will show you in a minute, like a couple of case studies from Japan and Australia in diamond retail, luxury diamond retail, how today they use this trend of sustainability and how they create new kind of experience to their customers. So maybe I will jump to those slides.
As you wish, thank you.
Yeah, so for example, okay, I talked a little bit, you know, about transparency. The transparency can be based on reliable data access. So how actually today when people are buying diamonds, how they can have this access to data, how they can be sure that if somebody tells them, okay, this is VVS2, 7D, excellent cut, light performance, ultimate 2, no fluorescent or some fluorescent, how they actually, yeah, why should they like be, yeah, I believe you, Romy. No, I mean, we're taking it forward. We create grading reports that are based on verifiable data. So that's why the consumer can scan QR code from the report if it's printed or if it's digital and see by himself all the data and secured in the cloud. Another thing that's interesting to see, you see, I actually put here from Japan, how in Japan and in a second I'll show you also in Australia, big retailers, actually in Japan is the biggest retailer is called Excelco and Sima. They're major bridal brand. So this is how they sell polished diamonds. They sell it with 3D model of actual rough diamond that we produce for them in order that they will be able to show their customers also in physical way, okay, this is what's actual rough diamond, it's 3D replica of your polished diamond, and it's becoming some kind of new customer experience. So here you see like in their stores, in all how they're promoting, it's not we, it's they, because they do believe so much in the product and they do believe that this kind of transparency in this kind of storytelling actually differentiates their own brand. I actually want to talk a little bit about media and social media, you know, again, because you talk about prices, you talk about the origin, about provenance. You know, social media today, and you know by yourself because you do use social media, it can create different things. So one of the things that we decided, even that we're a tech company, and we are not advertising agency, and we are not retailer, and we are not making big emotional videos or something like that, that we have to assist to educate the market to more advanced solutions. So we're the first company in the diamond industry that actually opened TikTok channel, and we are creating tech talk conversations with different characters, and we're showing a lot rough diamonds and is there a transition, and we try to make it in more entertainment way and educational way that, you know, for example, lately at the beginning, there were a lot of comments around blood diamonds in general, like, why should I buy diamond? But in time we see, and we just launched it half a year ago. Right now we have around 48,000 followers, and maybe it seems small in comparison to some kind of celeb, but for a tech company from Israel, it's actually a number. And we also like to see how people started to respond. Like it's reinforced our big efforts that we actually are putting in creating educational materials that are not only based on 4 C's, that actually are based on much more information that people should know about when they buy diamonds or when they work in diamond industry. So this is something that, from my perspective, was important to say. And like, you're welcome to follow and look at our videos, and I'm sure you can find also new information for yourself. So saying that, actually, I finished, and I'm here for questions.
The brand consumer team, like, we're number one, we're the ones who started this and will be the leader. When there are so many people now trying to copy their technology.
You heard, Romy?
Oh, well, this is like very, can tell, hard question, but good one. Well, first of all, like, you know, it's not a secret. You can, we're a public company. Maybe I didn't mention at the beginning. We're a public company. We're listed in Singapore and in Tel Aviv. And we do have issues with our IP. For example, in India, we have, it's known data. It's published in our PR releases. There was stealing of our IP a couple of times, and we're struggling like from the legal perspective on that. And but another thing that we're doing, and we're very good at it, we're always innovating. You know, just yesterday we launched a new system that is called Auto Scan. It's fully robotic system of scanning rough diamonds. You can see it at our LinkedIn. Months ago, we launched Advisor 8 software that is leading planning rough diamond software in the world for the diamonds. And it's our version 8.0. And, you know, we're all the time upgrading. So this is the way who, like, normal partners or decent partners who are working with you and honest partners, they always receive for us most innovative solutions, and they use it.
Thank you.
I just wanted to add on that. I think that even if there are going to be some people, some brands that would copy your services, your products, your infrastructure is the most important one, because you are already in the mines. You already have the products, the scanners in the mine. So for them, it would be quite hard to go there and do from the first step. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, the part of the question I didn't hear well, so if you can repeat, please.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a question. It was just an idea that I think that infrastructure is more important in this point than the scanners themselves and the products that you provide.
Yeah, I mean, as I told before, we are creating ecosystem. You see, this ecosystem includes miners, manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers, because we do believe that it has to be connected. You know, when today retailer, how retailer usually receive polished diamonds to his stores? Do you know how? He has buyer. The buyer is working with a couple of suppliers. It can be in Belgium, it can be in India, it can be in other parts of the world, but mostly there, okay? So maybe Thailand as well, for example. So he's working with like 2, maybe 4 different manufacturers. So he has limits, because maybe at this exact time he needs, I don't know, a specific, not round diamonds, for example, because this is something very fashionable right now. So he's looking where he can actually purchase those diamonds. Okay, he's looking at Rappaport, of course, what is in the market. But usually, big retailers, they're working with some kind of a constant supply chain. So okay. He's looking and he's not finding what's in here, how we step in. We connect. We also connect inside the industry, because we are third party. Our interest is to bring value that everyone can receive what they need in time with less cost and more efficient way. So a lot of times we receive requests from retailers, guys, connect us, who has journey ready diamonds, rough diamonds, because we want only journey ready diamonds. So we're looking at our manufacturers in India or in Belgium, and we say, okay, guys, talk between you. And then it's like a new communication, a new connection, new partnerships, and it's powered by Sarine. So when it happens, we feel very happy.
Right. So in fact, I see Sarine as a company who make bridges and way to communicate. It's very important because it's true that in our industry, we don't talk each other. We simply have like a client-supplier relation. Only I offer you a stone, I send you an invoice, you send me the money, and it's finished. Don't ask me something about my business. I don't ask you something about you, because I have my secret, you have your secret, and it's finished. We don't talk each other. And this is a problem because in the entire world, like thousands of companies who are in the industry, but we don't help each other. Maybe I have one problem that maybe one of my suppliers, my clients can solve, but we don't say that. So thanks to Sarine, maybe we start a new way to be. So I have a question for you, Romy, but
Yeah.
I know that you already are working with De Beers and Arosa, who make like 80% of the market roughly. So, and I believe that you will work with all important companies around the world, but at today, how many machine, or better, how many diamonds are you already able to scan in terms of the percentage of the diamonds are already extracted and cut today? 5%, 10%, 50%, where we are now, just to have an idea.
Well, it depends on what kind of time you're looking at. Generally, every year we have around 100 million diamonds for our systems. I mean, rough diamonds. So I mean,
Rough, yes.
Yes, I mean,
in rough.
this is a number. Around 100 million diamonds a year. Not every diamond is going to traceability program, by the way, but practically every miner who is interested to start his diamonds to be traceable from the beginning, at least like the big miners that we are already in collaborations, it can be done. So from percentage point of view, I can't tell you exact number right now, but I can tell you that it was a very nice growth last year, since Dubai has become a leading place for the trade of rough diamonds. We opened there our service center, and the big auctions lately and tender houses lately are taking place at Dubai. So more and more rough diamonds are becoming traceable.
Okay, so I really thank you, Romy. It was really, really interesting. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you guys for having me. And I'm excited for you because you choose to study MBA in luxury business. I think it's super interesting industry. It's very wide industry in so many aspects, from fashion to diamonds to cars, whatever you pick. And I mean, good luck. And I hope you will find a very nice brand, or maybe you create your own.
Exactly, maybe. So you
Goodbye,
always
everyone.
have to be open, to be entrepreneur. It's more freedom, more risk, of course, but more freedom, more fun in the end of the story. So Romy,
Thank you so
thank you so much, and we stay in touch, of course.
Sure. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.